Yeah, this is actually a big deal, and it's actually one of the cleanest examples I've ever seen of what I'm going to euphemistically refer to as direct action actually working. So Shinzo Abe, the conservative Japanese prime minister, was assassinated last year with an electrically fired homemade shotgun. Uh, and everyone in Japan seems fine with it. Like, I've talked about this before, but for some weird reason, like for genuinely complicated reasons that I don't fully understand, rather than this like long time political leader, this like legend in Japanese politics being like eulogized and memorialized, beloved to the entire country, it seems like all of Japan just like shrugged and were like, yeah, it's very odd. I don't really get it. Um Shinzo Abe was a conservative, but he was also a cultist. He had heavy ties to the Japanese Unification Church, which is basically the Japanese Illuminati. Like, kind of not kidding. Japan Unification Church. Shinzo Abe stocked his cabinet and his government broadly with members of the Unification Church and people who were heavily aligned with it. It's basically like it's basically like a Christian conservative cult religion that seemed to be heavily connected to people in power. There are like whole video essays dissecting the Unification Church. It's very complicated. It's very weird. After the Second World War ended, it had a presence in approximately 100 countries. Its leaders are Moon, prior to his death, and his wife Hak Jahan, who their followers honor with the title True Parents. Moon considered himself the second coming of Christ, because of course he did, claiming to complete the mission Jesus Christ was unable to because of his crucifixion, that of beginning a new ideal family, and a larger human lineage free from sin. The Unification Church is well known for its mass weddings, known as blessing ceremonies. It has been criticized for its teachings and for its social and political influence, which critics call a dangerous cult, a political powerhouse, and a business empire. Its involvement in politics includes anti-communism. That's the main thing, by the way. The Moonies did a bunch of blind mass weddings, like blinding people. Interesting. Yeah, they were founded primarily, like politically, as an anti-communist political group. Um, and support for Korean reunification. Its members have founded, owned, and supported related orgs in business, education, politics. These people are like the Illuminati. They are like so powerful, their associations. No, like they didn't meet until the wedding. Oh, by blind, I thought it would mean like a ceremony where people are literally like blindfolded as part of the, I don't know, true love is blind or what. I don't know. Okay, so literally just like meet a person the same day, marry them. I don't know. What are mass weddings? I guess it's like you get 50 guys and 50 girls and you just put them in a room and it's like, here's who you're married. Okay, that's cool. In 2021, Donald Trump and Shinzo Abe gave speeches at the Rally of Hope event hosted by an affiliate of the Unification Church. My impression is that like a huge amount of Japanese politics has just been the Unification Church. Like there's the church and then there's all of their affiliates and subsidiaries and there's 1,000 organizations that are connected to them and like every politician and business owner is like connected to them and they all are crazy associated or whatever and like it's all around the world too, you know. That's pretty weird. 5 ministers of the cabinet of Japan have relationships with the Unification Church, including the Minister of Health, Labor, and Welfare and the head of Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications. That's pretty weird. Vaush, can you start a cult? I'll consider it. Yeah, so that's odd. Anyway, after the assassination of Shinzo Abe, Japanese courts started to look into the Unification Church, and it looks like they're going to be dissolving it, which is interesting. Like, how often does that happen? 21 surreal photos from a Mooney mass wedding. Uh-huh. This is what Shinzo Abe meant when he was telling people to breed. Of the followers married on Sunday, 400 were officially paired mere days before the ceremony. Those who are chosen to be matched under the church must confirm under oath that they are virgins, and after their wedding, the couple must refrain from sexual relations for a minimum of 40 days. Never mind, they're not even breeding. The church's preference for cross-cultural pairs means newlyweds will often share no common language. That's interesting. Language isn't such an issue, one bride said. We're connected by the church. We struggle a little to communicate right now, an American groom agreed. What are you doing here, man? Referring to his Japanese bride, we see it as an exciting challenge and proof of our faith. Dude, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing out here? Where'd you... Bro! An additional 12,000 couples around the world participated in the ceremony via a live internet feed. Okay, well, this all seems pretty weird. Man, there was something so surreal about seeing Americans there. Like, I guess in my mind, I'd kind of sectioned this off as like a weird East Asian cult. So then I see like a black dude there, and it's like, what series of events led you to be here? Wild. This is just Scientology, but more successful. Yeah. How publicly known was the cult in Japan? Were they like as open as Christians are in the U.S.? My understanding is that it was like kind of an open secret, but the full extent of how much corruption there was under the Unification Church has been uncovered increasingly following Shinzo Abe's assassination. Yeah. Okay, I watched a video about this. The investigation follows claims by the suspected shooter, Tetsuya Yamagami. That's the guy who shot Shinzo Abe. The reason he shot Shinzo Abe was because his mother had been brainwashed into donating all their family's money to the church, bankrupting the family and keeping them from being able to pay medical bills. Government's investigation concluded the group's practices violated the 1951 Religious Corporations Act, clearly found to harm public welfare substantially. The Unification Church in Japan has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, pledging reform and labeling the news coverage against it as biased and fake. On Thursday, it issued a statement saying it was very regrettable the government was seeking the dissolution order, particularly as it had been, quote, working on reforming the church, end quote, since 2009. Taking a bit long, huh? Since last November, Japan's Ministry of Cultural Affairs had questioned and sought to obtain documents from the Unification Church while also collecting testimonies from around 170 people who say they were pressured into making massive donations known in Japan as spiritual sales. The practice involves asking followers to buy objects like urns and amulets on the grounds that doing so will appease their ancestors and save future generations. Man, I hate religion. Man, I hate religion. Oh my God, I hate religion so much. It's crazy how much of a Reddit atheist I am. Holy shit. Absolutely wild. Why does Japan have so many weird / dangerous cults? 2 nukes and then U.S. occupation. We f***ed them up. Sorry. Then again, you guys did believe in your god emperor before that, so maybe it's just something in the water over there. Japanese person here, nobody gave a shit about him getting killed. He was never popular as an individual. He has zero charisma, and his career has been covered by scandals with his stuff with war crimes and scandals and Yakuza connections, etc., etc. Even during the peak of his political power, he was never really actually well liked as an individual. Japan hates cults. The Japanese public was 10 times more outraged about the scandal than the cult about Abe dying. Okay, if you guys have so much of a civil society over there, have you considered having it like an actual democracy? The Diet has been like conservative for 50 million years. Have you considered electing good politicians instead of bad politicians? How about that? Here's a suggestion from a Baka Gaijin. Have you considered doing good things? Get a democracy. Yeah, since 1957, it's been the liberal Democratic Party for like 96% of the time. Yeah, and they're conservatives and freaks like Abe. The city of Nara originally planned a memorial for Abe, but had to scrap it for an unmarked flower bed that was part of a broader beautification project because residents didn't want to be reminded of the shooting. Holy shit, dude. Oh my God. Most powerful prime minister in your post-imperial history gets a flower bed that was going to happen anyway. Oh my God. Yeah, now dogs can piss in it. Great. At Vaush, we elected socialists in 1948 in the first post-war election, but America pushed them out of power and brought back the LDP with all the imperial wartime politicians. Japan has the biggest non-ruling communist party in the world. Well, if you didn't want America to push out your communist party, have you considered maybe winning World War II so that you could... Wait, sorry. Well, you know, if it's 2 choices, it's Imperial Japan or America-occupied conservative Japan.